R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y is Northumberland and Sea.
You're all familiar with anybody loves my background. It was one time situated in the High Street. We had, I'm certainly going to talk about care of eyes, particularly for the elderly. Mr. Gill, it's all yours.
Thank you. True to my honest fashions, I never ever prepare for things like this in the true sense of writing speeches, because they never ever go to plan. So if anyone's got any questions or anything, please just ask, because generally what is on your mind is normally the main thing that I wouldn't miss. So any questions, please just say. Also, I was asked to come along today to mainly talk about the health of your eye, why it's so important to have regular sight tests. Literally from day one, all the way through your life, we should regularly have sight tests. What a lot of people don't realise is more of the sight test is actually due to the health and what we can see. When we look in, we check all the back of the eye, the pressures of the eye, it's all to do with health. People don't realise cancers are visible through the back of the eye. One of the first signs of bowel cancer is called hair tracks in the back of the eye. Other tumours and other conditions, plus more importantly, things that we can do if we spot changes in the back of the eye. We can then help to limit progress, the onset of things like macular degeneration, which obviously your lovely President knows an enormous amount about as well. We can help to reduce the chances of these coming on and going forward. Different things like the imagery that we've got on here. I know it's going to be difficult to see from over at the back. Effectively, what we can see into the eye when the opticians, where they go and do training, this is all the telltale signs when things are going wrong. We've got on here is small hemorrhages, as we like little bleeds that can happen within the back of the eye. The cameras that we've now invested in our own church practice, where just everybody else looks in, they can see approximately 15% of the back of the eye. We can now see 82% of the back. We can access to 60% more so in advance. The advantage of that is the quicker we can spot changes, the quicker we can help you, the quicker we can help effectively save your sight. Lose it, it's gone for good and it's not funny. Generally see there's a few people that come in, they have their regular tests, and as they're getting more and more, they're losing their sight. Their independence is going, and in some cases it can be monitored, it can be maintained. Simple things. One of the simple ways, if anybody smokes, don't. Because the little capillaries at the back of the eye, they become blocked. They die. When they die, the cells at the back of the eye die. When you haven't got those, you can't see. Smoking is a big no-no. Even though my mum didn't do it, she took her up at 62. Also, it's just what we eat, and again, is what people don't realise. Eating, we are what we eat. Macular degeneration, you can help slow the onset of that down. Dark green leafy vegetables, spinach, curly cow, dark greens, they contain certain vitamins, elethan and lutein, and they help to promote the back of your eye, to help make sure everything is healthy. Continuing with those can literally, it can take years and years and years as we get older of maintaining that healthy eyesight. The same is actually in eggs. Eggs again is a very good source of these vitamins. Oranges, citrus fruits, oysters, which I hate, but pork is rather lovely. Again, they're also very, very good for promoting healthy eyesight. See little things like that regularly in your diet can make a massive difference. You can also get vitamins. You can buy capsule form, there's some that comes in a juice and things, but they've got everything that's measured to make sure you've got healthy eyesight. It's all very, very simple. It's all basic. If you know anybody that hasn't got for good eyesight, just talk to them, ask them what their life is like. How has it changed? It's quite empowering. It makes you think, oh, I'm not going to be this person. I'm going to do something to go forward. Going out during the day, right, even a day like today, sunglasses. Sunglasses in the UK, by law, have to cut out all UV harmful rays. The harmful rays cause damage again to the eye. Also, they can give you premature cataracts. Just wear a sunglass, filters out harmful glare, and it'll enable us again to protect our eyesight going forward. Nice and easy little steps that we can all take to make sure everything is done correctly.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, my friend.
You talk about sunglasses, what about the varifocals?
Yeah, you can get varifocals in sunglasses. What you'd actually need, you can get anti-reflection coatings now that have got full UV block. The only problem when you've got normal size glasses, because those are varifocals, I'll take it as on. Oh, they're not, right. All lenses will cut out some UV. The problem with normal ophthalmic glasses is that they're actually smaller. And as I'm looking at it now, I'm aware there's lights above, this to the side and underneath, and a sunglass actually gives you better protection because they're generally larger. And because of that, you will get better protection. Obviously, if you need glasses, you can get things that are called over specs, and they go over the top, and they effectively encase you, just to give you a bit of protection. They work beautifully, especially when someone's got glaucoma and they're very light sensitive. You can get things like that as well. But it's all about protection, protection, protection. It can make a difference of our last years, as we say. Let's make the best of them, and it's what we do today is what governs us going forward. One of the other things as well is technology. Technology is fantastic, it's brilliant, and it's also got its other problems that we always tend to find out as we're going along. Screens, iPads, even our little mobile phones, they all emit a certain type of blue light. And there's now significant evidence to suggest this blue light actually causes significant problems as we get older. People can get premature cataracts and other problems as the light goes into the eye. I'll be honest, I thought it was a load of old tosh. When I first thought, oh, here we go, not another load of waffle. But even my own phone now has got a blue light reduce function. Companies are spending millions looking into how can we reduce the blue lights. And the reason why the phone companies, from what I'm led to believe, are looking into reducing the blue light, they're worried about future lawsuits. We've all been looking at our screen and you've caused us damage. So this is why they're all going forward with it. You can get, again, now coatings. Most opticians, wherever you go, will always do these coatings that help to reduce this blue light that goes into the eye. There's also now lens materials that filter it out. Now, I've got a little demo. If you can't see it, I can pass it around. The blue light comes out of here. You can just see it on there. That is the actual wavelength that comes out of our screens and our computers. When you put it on the lens, can you definitely see how it's gone blue? Then it stops. There it is, and it literally stops. Still got your finger on it, just in case anyone's wondering. It literally stops this particular wavelength of light getting through to your eye. Nice and simple, nobody can see it, it just protects you. And that's the sort of technologies that are coming about now. Again, it's just to protect your eyesight going forward, which is the key to everything. Also, if you're doing a lot of work on computers, people you don't actually blink very much when you're looking at a computer screen. You just stare into it lovingly, giving you all the information that you require. What you should do, look to the side, focus on something into the distance. Anything you can, blink more, try to be more aware of these are the things that you can do just to help promote a bit of eye health. It's nice and simple. On top of that, go and get your eyes tested regularly. I can't stress enough how vital that is. For most people, it tends to be every 2 years. A proper sight test should take approximately 30 minutes. That's for a full sight and health check. 100%. The diabetic side of it is actually for the hemorrhages. You must go and have that done. People that are diabetic, the hemorrhages can come on very, very quickly. The problems can come on very, very quickly, and that's why the diabetic screening program was put forward to make sure that that is monitored. Hospitals can't cope anymore. They can't cope at all. They're absolutely inundated. We work very closely with Queen's Hospital, our department, particularly for the children. We get an awful lot of kids. The youngest child that I've actually fitted glasses to was 12 weeks. And her face lit up like a Christmas tree when you put her glasses on. She was massively short-sighted. She just went, as she looked around, because the world has just come to life. It just always gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. We also get lots of autistic children in because nobody cares, which is heartbreaking. These kids, they're fantastic. They're just very different. So we see an awful lot of autistic children. We help them because they've got turns in the eye, they've got problems, and we sort them out that way. But it's vital that you get your eyes tested. Normally it's every 2 years. Wherever you go, they should send you a reminder. Sometimes it's yearly, in some cases it can be 6 monthly. It depends if you actually need monitoring. But like I say, I cannot stress enough how vital it is. It's done for a reason, and it's to monitor your health. Vision is one part of it, but the health is actually for more. Different cameras that actually can be used. There's, as I said, we had one that actually takes, as you see on your diabetic screen, and I believe you had that done as well, it takes the picture, which is this small central part. One of the cameras that we've actually got scans the layers, like an MRI of your eye, of all the layers going back through your eye. The reason why we do that is because we can spot problems and changes in the back of the eye years, absolute years, before any problem would be visible looking in or you looking out. That we do is standard on our site test. Everybody comes in, we put everybody on that camera. One of the main reasons being we found out my other half had a problem. Didn't even know she had it. So I can't do this, everybody's got to go on it. Children, the lot, we put everybody on it. This other camera that we have, we do have to charge extra for this one, but it's only £12. And it gives us so much more information, so much more. It helps the opticians to spot things within the eye straight away. As I said before, the normal view is that most opticians, and there's none in the area, all they can do is see this little bit. We see all of this. Any problems that are in there, we've got it straight away. We can then refer you. Moorfields have this camera, so we can actually refer you to Moorfields. Queen's doesn't, because they're actually £63,000, these cameras. With the 2 cameras that I told you about, just scared me, they're £108,000. But that's how important your health is. And that's why we've invested this amount of money into it. It's just vital. Different things that we've picked up. One thing that I've never forgotten, I know I was very, very young, and a gentleman used to live down my road, and he used to play with his kids. He came in and had his eyes tested. And it was my dad at the time. Referral systems were very different then. You weren't allowed to say anything, we could just advise. Because we knew this gentleman, we said, please take this letter, go straight to A&E. You must go straight to A&E. Oh, he saw it. No, you must go straight to A&E. And he didn't. This was on Friday, on Sunday he died. Of something that would have been able to have been sorted. I've never forgotten that. He had a tumour. And it was all for a standard sight test. But he wouldn't go, we couldn't make him go. You can't push away, sadly. This is why sight tests are so physically important. Has anybody got any questions that you want to throw at me on those? Or? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm interested in the autistic situation. At what stage do you test, or how as I teach some autistic children,
right,
and they haven't got glasses. is the fitting of glasses helpful to them? I'm not quite sure how this works.
Right, it doesn't. It's nothing to do with helping with the autism itself, because obviously that's an internal wiring. The thing with people and children that are autistic, they can be just a handful. So they can be more difficult to teach. It's actually gaining the trust. And what we always do is always say to the parents, and the parents are normally aware, as soon as whoever it is comes in, take a picture of them. This happy place, take the picture, they're okay. If they're screaming and hollering, obviously no, don't do that. And what we'll always do is let them come in, get used to it, get used to the surroundings, and if it's a case of just want to have a look in the testing room, just look. Just come in, have a look, and then they leave, and then it builds up that confidence until they know, we're safe here, we can actually come in and have an eye test. When there's two particular lads that come in. I've actually been to the shop next door to us, which is a barber's, because they wouldn't get their hair cut. So because they now trust me and my girls, we've then gone into the hairdresser so they can have their hair cut as well, because it's all the associations that go with it. That's where it comes in. When there's anybody with autism tested at the hospitals, they generally get directed to us. We're not noisy, it's easy, we just let them be themselves. And then once they know they're safe, then they come in and they're okay. One of my opticians actually used to work, he's only just retired from Queen's Hospital, he's worked in the hospitals for 22, 23 years. So nothing surprises him when he comes in, he's fantastic. So we'll deal with him as well. There's another little girl, she's got a condition called Coates disease, which I don't know if anybody's ever on Facebook or anything, you might actually see it's called Violet's Glow. When you take a picture of a young child and they get the glow, the white glow in the back of the eye, and that can be an indication of Coates disease. And again, this is something that you've got to monitor very, very, very closely. Things like this, it's so vital to have the regular testing just to create awareness. And that's what it's all about, creating awareness.
Is there a film you can put over your...
I don't know of any films that go over to reduce. I genuinely don't know. No doubt that wonderful Amazon will probably try and come up with something. They seem to come up with everything else. Have a look. I genuinely don't know. I mean, as I say, on a lot of phones, if you go through your settings, they have got a reduced blue function. When you hit it, you would not believe the difference it makes to the colour of the screen. There's also quite a bit of evidence to suggest that everybody does it. The last thing you do is you check your phone, you set your alarm. This blue light actually keeps you activated and stops you from sleeping. So it's all these different things that actually go. It's not rare.
Yes, I'm not asking a question. My compliments to you, because you were in High Street before with Roy Gill.
That's my dad.
Right.
Yep.
That was your dad.
Yep.
But I used to go and collect spectacles from him until he retired.
Yes.
And I must have done for 30 years, 25 years, collecting spectacles, going to Alice Bryan in Dagenham, who used to supply these spectacles to Africa. So I am very grateful to you guys, given a good service. Now after that I couldn't collect any more.
Well, I've got someone else collecting them now, so.
I am glad, but that was a very good service you guys have given me. Thank you very much. Now coming back to the diabetes, I must point out, those of you who are diabetes, they are all registered with your clinic, and you should get a letter from the health authority. Have your eyes tested once a year. Those of you who don't get it, please tell your doctor, who can sort it out. But this is very, very important. That once a year checkup on your eyes is very important if you are diabetic. Or if you have a high blood pressure, that's also equally important. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Gaming, when kids are doing the gaming, is that a similar sort of thing? And normal television?
Normal television, I haven't heard anything said about that. Gaming can be a problem due to the vivid colours and things, and also kids fixate totally on the screen. Yes. I used to run a kids football club for just wasted strays that got thrown out of other clubs. And there was one particular lad who was complaining of a bad back. And he said, I'm all right, when I do this, it's because he sits at the end of his bed like that all the time. So if he's doing that to his back, what the hell is he doing to his eyes? And I mean, there are guidelines when you're using computers and that. It's literally looking at the computer screen, focus on something into the distance. Just look, blink, come back, now go back into your work. We don't. We all just stare at this screen continuously. We have, but the worst one I've ever heard is a gentleman, he's coming, he's got 16 screens banked all in front of him, and he spends his day just doing this all day long. It's unbelievably scary, but this is the technological side of things. One other thing is that people don't realise as well, and we're seeing more and more of this now, is that people think you can just go and get a pair of glasses off the internet. Oh, that's all right, I'll have a set of them, tap in your prescription, and in they come, I've got them for £1.20 and these are great. If glasses are not made correctly, they cause all sorts of problems. To the point, it's one of my oldest friends. I hadn't seen him for quite a few years, but he was having problems. I used to go to school with him, primary school with him. He's come in, he's getting headaches and everything, and he's been buying his glasses off the internet, and he now has muscle imbalances because the sensors were out. So he's got prisms, so he's got double vision. So now he's got to have prisms put in there to correct the double vision, which he didn't have, but he's now got because he's got the wrong glasses. They're actually quite complicated in everything you've got to do, and as you were saying with varifocals, they have to be set exactly where they need to be, otherwise you get distortions, you can get headaches, all sorts of problems because they've not been made right. What I actually do, I've been making glasses for 37 years, but literally I make them out the back of our practice in Hornchurch, got all the equipment, that way I know they're right. I know the prescription is right, I know the lens is right, I know it's in the right place and it fits. Then I know everybody's safe. It's absolutely vital that it's done that way, because if it isn't, it just causes all sorts of problems. Now, say my friend, driving his car, he said he just feels so much more comfortable driving at night. He can actually see things better because his eyes aren't being pulled in all sorts of directions. It's just, where does that lead? Does he see the child that runs out in the street? Does he see the 16-year-old who's got their headphones in and they're just dead down marching? It's a reality. It is a reality. You need to have that split-second time that your eyes are all over the place. You end up looking like Mr. Magoo, you don't stand a chance. This is some of the things that happen from there. Anyone else got any questions for me?
On the phone, I've got the brightness thing here, but I can't find anything else.
There's nothing there that says about what phone have you got, son?
Yeah, iPhone.
Well, I don't know anything about iPhones. You would need to talk to my 16-year-old daughter and know more.
I can't see anything on there to reduce.
Yeah, no, I know it's on latest Samsung's. It's got a reduced blue light filter on now, but the difference is astounding. It really is amazing the difference that actually happens. With the, just say when I was with the diabetes side of things with the checks, the diabetic screening program was set up for the right intentions, but what a lot of people did, they used it as a tool to get people to go into their practice. It's just the easiest form of advertising. Just so you know, your screening is separate from your annual or biannual sight test. You can have your sight test done anywhere. You'll go into places and they will insist, oh no, it's got to be done with it. No, it doesn't. They are two separate items. That's my deal.
Can you say a little bit about cataracts?
Certainly. People tend to be very scared about cataracts and when they're forming. The lens clouds over that's in the back of the eye. And if you remember the old milk bottles that dear old milkman used to deliver, tip the milk out and it'll all be opaque. Effectively, that's what it's like living with a cataract. Again, UV, A, B and C helps to form the cataracts. It makes them form quicker. Generally, there's no escape from a cataract. We all, at some point, probably get cataracts formed. The good thing is now, the removal of cataracts has improved so much. Where they used to just take the lens out years ago, now they remove the damaged lens, replace it with a corrective lens that not only removes the cataract, it corrects your vision as well. You can, if you go private, you can have one for distance and reading, so it's like being 21 again, put the glasses on, you can see. Cataract surgery isn't what people think it is. It's a standard procedure now, and it's very, very quick, immensely successful. I called my second mum, she had hers done, she was massively long-sighted, terrified, absolutely terrified. So it's the best thing ever happened to her. She comes in, big skipping a step, it's transformed her life. So you can help reduce it again, sunglasses and the sun. Where your sunglasses can help keep it down. Generally, you probably will get them anyway. It's just one of those things, but nothing to be afraid of anymore. Something that we can correct. Well, we don't correct it, it's obviously the hospitals. We just refer you, and then the hospitals take care of you. On the side of the hospitals, just so everybody knows in your mind, I know Queen's gets an enormous amount of ribbing and all sorts. Queen's eye department is phenomenal. It's brilliant. The problem with Queen's eye department is it's massively overworked. They have 200 appointments a day at Queen's eye department. That's before eye casualty. And I don't know how they do it. One of our girls is an ophthalmic nurse, and she works with us 2 days a week nowadays. She's at Queen's. And it's just an absolute full capacity. They do a fantastic job in there. So if anybody ever moans about Queen's, honestly, they're brilliant.
I was there for 3.5 hours, from my point.
You will be.
I was.
Yeah, without a doubt. Sometimes I'm surprised it's only 3.5 hours.
I still didn't know what was wrong, so I've got to go back.
Yeah, listen, it is hell. All the staff know, they're understaffed, it's all underfunded. They do a fantastic job with the resources that they've got, but if you're going to go, take a book. Don't take your phone, because the battery won't last by the time you get it, but you will take a book. The thing with them, they are very, very good people, don't care, and all they want to do is help you.
Is their equipment as good as yours?
They don't have this one. The camera that measures, like the MRI, they have one there as well. So again, if we need to refer, we can actually send imagery backwards and forwards. Testing equipment, we are actually in the top 1% of the UK.
You don't have ERT, do you?
Sorry? No. The equipment that we've got is purely to help with the diagnosis of any problems going forward, and then from there you can say we can refer, and we can refer you to the right places with all the information that's necessary. But yeah, we're actually now in the top 1%, which was that's new actually, because looking after people is why we've been there for 37 years.
The question I asked is, Mr. Smith hasn't got an answer from Queen's, but he got an answer from you. This is what the problem is. Monk, that's Smith. The Monk, no, sorry.
Yeah.
What was that, Tom?
I've developed an aura. I've had cataract operation about 10 years ago.
Right.
So it's not that. So I get an aura with headlights.
Have you been told you've got any clouding on the lens?
No, there isn't.
There's no clouding either? And your vision's still really good?
Yep. Perfect vision.
Yeah, I can see why they haven't given you an answer. Yeah, it's...
Have you tried cleaning the windscreen?
Sometimes you need something called a YAG laser, which is that they actually fire onto the lens, the replacement lens, just to make sure it's clear again. So did you actually see someone at Queen's?
Oh yeah.
You have, yeah, and they haven't got an answer for you?
No, they've referred me to a specialist.
Right, okay, yeah, just whatever they say, just go along with that. If you ever get worried, just pop in. I'm glad you get one of the opticians to check you over. It's never an issue. At the end of the day, that's what we're there for. If you ever get worried about anything, the most important thing is just ask. If somebody doesn't know, then just go forward till they find someone, and that's exactly what they've done at Queen's. But yeah, no, you're not going to get an answer out of me on that one either, to be fair. You can get things, it's ocular migraines, where you can get flashy imagery and all sorts of weird and wonderful sensations.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, that will come and go, but that is literally ocular migraine, stress and things like that can really help. I get a lot of people with that. there's other little things that when people phone up and say, oh, so I've got spider web in the vision, or if I could curve coming down, or anything like that, oh, okay, just come in. Just come in and we'll check you out. We can take pictures, we can check the eyes, just make sure everything's okay. Nothing's ever too much of a problem, which is again why we make sure that you get the full 30-minute sight test. It's vital, absolutely vital. There's no code problems with our sight. Sadly, there is a lot of corners cut by different places and you just can't do it. You know, I want to go to sleep at night. You just can't do it. Yes, sir?
What's floaters?
Floaters, a little bit of debris that just floats around in your vision. Sometimes if you have a fall, actually it can shake them all up and you can end up with them floating around. The reason why they look black is because as it goes across your field of view, it creates a shadow. That's why it's black. Sometimes you can get flashing lights on a floater and as the light hits it, it just refracts and it can be quite, whoa, what's going on? And it's just literally flashing lights and that can bring on headaches and things. I believe that some floaters can be removed, but to be honest, it's a case of just wait for them to settle. And that sometimes you can go, well, what's that? And it moves and you realise you've seen a floater as it's got in your field of view. But yeah, that's what a floater actually is, just a little bit of debris. It's quite normal. But it's different things, again, with glaucoma. It's all to do with the pressures in the eye. So if anybody's got glaucoma in the family, the type of eye that gets glaucoma is hereditary. That's why if your mum, dad, brother, sister has got glaucoma and you're over the age of 40, you must have your eyes tested every year and it's paid for by the NHS because it's the type of eye that gets glaucoma. Okay. Brings us back to get your eyes tested regularly. Any other questions? Well, I hope that's been informative for you. I say, if you want anything, just ask.
That was very informative. Thank you very much for coming out today.
Last one I did was
I have known your father, like Dr. Hora, I have known your father.
Yes.
And I got to know you as well.
Yes.
Because of my eye problems.
I go to them as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw you the other day. Just lovely lady.
I'm sure Old Church does a good job. Just a bit of information, because we have been involved in the service, that you can actually go direct to the eye clinic and wait there to be seen. You don't have to go through casualty at Old Church.
And then again, the 2 hours waiting.
And there will be a way, because the appointed patient will be seen first. You have to understand that. The second thing is there is no eye emergency services at Old Church. You pay probably passport for the Hughes Cross, but remember that there is a 24-hour emergency service always open at Moorfield Hospital. You can, if you have an eye emergency, please go there, and you will get the experts to see there anyway.
They are very good.
I think you provide a wonderful service. I know your cameras are very good because your optician did find out something in my eyes, and that was very useful. Thank you for the service that you provide to the community of Hebrae.
Always welcome.
And thank you for coming along today. Please give a big hand.